Hey guys, this is RileySkye100 or Gabriel, whichever you prefer, and today I have another unboxing. Now, at first I'm going to start with this small package. This is what I believe are the shielding for an NES console, which I am working on. I'm actually working on two of them from scratch, and they're almost at the point where they're actually done. I just need like the screws to seal the console up and they'll be all set. And hopefully they'll be able to work without all the blinking red light thing. And if that's a problem, then I think I might be able to buy like a new pin connector or make all the pins like normal manually, though that's hard to do. And this first package came from a guy named Shane, and I won't mention your last name just for protection. Okay. And so yeah, these are the shieldings, and oh, this one's like kind of bent out of shape, but there we go. So yeah, I actually bought like another one of these, like because like I bought like a second motherboard for one of the NES consoles, and I didn't know that the seller actually included both the shieldings for it. So I guess I now have one extra shield just in case if I need one. But that's not what this is really much about. It's about what's in this thing. So this came from a person named Helen, who I bought this one from on eBay as well. So I'm going to open it, and if you know what the title of this video is, you pretty much know what it is. So, but I don't know. I'm guessing it's something. Oh, there's the packaging. Yep. Yes. Styrofoam. Oh boy, this is going to be a bit messy, but it'll do. Yeah, as you can notice, it's like getting everywhere. So what we have in here, I'll clean that up after this. What we have here is something special. I swear, these styrofoams, you could have named myself for all those peanuts, did you? Yeah, you guessed you know what this is. This is an N64 console. It's not any N64 console. As you can see, it's the limited edition Pikachu console, the N64. And this was released back in late 90s when Nintendo was still making the N64s, and this was like released in toy stores like in Toys R Us, KB Toys. So I think KB Toys is out of business, and these were like highly demanded. As I looked on these like listings on eBay for like these consoles and such, and there was like one guy that was selling his that he actually gave to his daughter as a gift, that he said he worked at Toys R Us, and from his experience, he said like almost like pretty much all these units were pretty much like already ordered for before they were even taken off the truck and put up shelves. So yeah, they sold like pretty quickly, and believe it or not, these are worth more than the standard N64 consoles as opposed to here. And as you can see, you could say in some way it's a slimmed version, but it's actually slightly wider than the N64 itself. So yeah, the only, like, I've never owned this kind of N64 console before. I mean, the only time I saw this was on a TV advertisement in the late 90s when it showed this kid playing this Pokemon game called Hey You Pikachu with the microphone thing, and I was surprised like what it was showing off. It's like wow, the character in the game could literally react to your voice, and I was like, and that's when I first saw this console. And with this listing, it did not come with the special controllers that have the Pokemon on it, and there is like in Japan they did get this version, but the color of the case here is like a bit lighter blue, and there was also like an orange color which was also released in the US, but that's like even much harder to get. And these go, and I got this. I mean, believe it or not, I was the only one that bid on this, so I managed to get this for a pretty good price, about like around 45 bucks plus shipping. And these would go for much more than that, believe me. Now, with that out of the way, let me describe my things about like Pokemon. Now, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, though I did play a few of the Pokemon games back like in the early days, like Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium. I actually did like play some Pokemon trading card for a while, but I could never really get that much into it. I mean, I think I speak for like many guys, is like the only reason why I was hooked on like I got interested in Pokemon was because of how they like the art designs of those female characters. And I had to give Pokemon credit because it introduced me to something I never knew much about, anime. And now, any of you that's Pokemon fanatics or retro gamers, hardcore, whatever, brace your ears for this, and I can't stress it enough as is. I have never played any of the Pokemon games on the original Game Boy. Not red, not blue, not even yellow. There, I said it. Now at this point you might be on a shouting spree going, "Oh my god, are you serious? Why? Why would you never play those? Was there a reason?" There is a reason. I never owned the original Game Boy when I was young. The only two handhelds I ever owned were the Game Boy Advance SP and the Nintendo DS, both of which had backwards compatibility for the Game Boy. And you would think I would have gotten my hands on the original Pokemon games, but I didn't, because around those times I could care less for the Pokemon series, since it really didn't catch much of my interest anymore. Which is not to say that Pokemon's a terrible thing, it was just like very overrated. However, I did play those Pokemon games on the N64, though I only played like 2 out of the 5. Like I mentioned Pokemon Stadium and Snap. The other 3 are Pokemon Stadium 2, the puzzle game, and Hey You Pikachu. And it didn't come with like the controller because like the controller on its own with saying Pokemon, it could go for like about 50 bucks plus shipping if it's like not listed as auction. And I know like the Japanese have like a different controller that says like Pikachu and Nintendo 64. That's what it's labeled on their like controller. But I'm thinking like if I get like a Japanese controller, it would play on the US console. And I was like surprised when I got this, so I'm thinking, why are these like so rare when they were highly demanded? Well, maybe because of the nostalgic factor or something. Maybe because it's like something highly demanded and not a lot of people are willing to give it up because they like Pokemon. And this console is actually in very good condition, and it's got like the jumper pack, though I was expecting it would be an expansion pack, because I think like many of these like came with the expansion packs, but no worries. And I like the logo here. Like the original had the N64 logo, but this one has Pikachu, and I like this. It's like oh yeah, it's like the Pokeball is a power switch, and the reset button is Pikachu's little tiny foot. Yeah. And yeah, this is the NTSC console, not the Japanese, though. I think the Japanese versions are less expensive than the US ones, and because I seen like boxes of like this complete with the box go for ridiculous amount of money, probably like almost $500, and I kid you not, like much more than retail back in the day when this was originally sold. And so yeah, aside from this and the RF shieldings, that's pretty much it for this like video. Like I will like try to take it apart and see like if there's any like cleaning I can do with it. And I'm thinking there might be like a padding here missing, because I noticed like these 3 have padding, so I don't know if you can see it because I'm not zooming in with the camera. But yeah, so you know, it's like, no way, I'm stupid, that's where the screw is, my bad. So yeah, that's what I got here for today. This is like a pretty good boxing here. So yeah, let me know what you feel like, and I know you people are gonna nag at me because I never played the original Pokemon games on the Game Boy, but hey, I know there are others that haven't played those games either, so don't